Dear students, today I am going to explain you how to record transactions in a petty cash book. In our previous lesson, I discussed what is petty cash payments and what is a petty cash book, as well as what is a petty cash imprest. Today I am going to explain you how to record transactions in petty cash book. For this one, I will take activity number 5 in page number 109. Activity number 5 of page number 109 of your grade 10 textbook. If you take this activity, uh, you have given some details uh, there that petty cash imprest is 3000. Petty cash imprest is 3000, and some expenses are given to you to record in the petty cash book. Okay, before record transactions in a petty cash book, we have to study again the format of a petty cash book. You can see the format here. Our first column is receipts column. As I explained you in my last session, in this receipts column, we are writing all receipts from main cash. That means initial receipt, that means opening of petty cash imprest, and then reimbursement of petty cash out of main cash. Then here we use ledger folio, and date column we have write the date of receipt or payment. Then in the description column we have write the description. And next column is voucher number. When we are making payments out of petty cash, we have to prepare a separate voucher. Therefore, that voucher number we have to enter here in the voucher number column. Then next column is payments. That means amount of the payment we have to enter there. Then we can see here analysis columns. Analysis columns are there. We can make this analysis according to the business expenses. We have to use here expenses occur frequently in a business in small amounts. As an example, I have taken here postal expenses, traveling expenses, entertainment expenses, miscellaneous expenses, and ledger. I'll take one example and explain you how to write these petty cash transactions in the petty cash book. As an example, Nimal's business, there's a petty cash plot for the value of 5,000. Petty cash plot value is 5,000. Imagine on 1st of January 2024, he has 1st of January 2024, he has started the petty cash imprest method by giving 5,000 to petty cashier. First, we have to record that transaction, receiving of rupees 5,000 out of main cash. To record that, you have to write the date here, 1st January. In the description column, you have to write cash because we are here normally we are writing the account name, and when we are writing expenses we have to write the name, write the category of expense here. Therefore I wrote here cash. 1st of January receipt is 5,000 as the initial receipt. Petty cashier will receive 5,000. Out of that 5,000, he has to make payments. Shall we take some examples and write expenses here? Imagine business has paid traveling expenses rupees 500. Traveling expenses rupees 500. The date is 2nd January. Therefore, I have to write the date here, 2nd January. Description is traveling for traveling expenses. Amount is 500. This is a payment. Therefore, you have to write here in the payments column 500. Then you have to write the relevant analysis column for these expenses. You have to write in the relevant expenses column, that means analysis column, uh, the amount of this expense. It is 500. This traveling, we have to take that amount to the traveling column here, 500. That means you have to write all expenses in two places, in the analysis column and payments column. Then I will take this next example, payment. On 5th January, I can write the date here, 5th January. Entertainment expenses 700. When a main customer came to business, this business has paid some expenses for refreshments for that customer. That is, the amount is 700. In the payments column, you have to write 700. This is here you can write refreshments or entertainment, or refreshments. And in the entertainment column, you have to write 700. We wrote that in two places, 700. Then my next expense on 8th January, I can write the date here in the date column. 8th January, as a printing expense, business has paid rupees 350. 350, amount is 350. I will write here 350. In the description column, I will write printing. There is no separate column for this printing expense. Therefore, I will write it in the miscellaneous column 350. If there is a column, separate column for printing, we can write it in that particular column. Then I will take the example on 15th January. 15th January, this business has paid cleaning charges 1500. Cleaning charges 1500. The date is 15th January. I already written the date. 1500 is the amount. 1500. Here you have to write cleaning. Cleaning. Cleaning also there is no separate column. I will write that in the miscellaneous column. 1500. 1500. Then then highway as the then I'll take the next example on 20th January. This business has paid 1700 as traveling expenses for an employee. Okay, here the date is 20th January. Expense again traveling. Expense is traveling. Amount is 1700. We have a separate traveling column. We can write there in the traveling column 1700. 1700. Okay, then imagine, as the next transaction, imagine that this petty cash interest has reimbursed on 21st January. 21st January, this petty cash interest has reimbursed. Then, when we reimburse this petty cash expenses, we have to get the totals of all these columns. And as a ledger account, we have take totals of all expenses column as well as in the payment column and receipt column. We have to balance these two columns, receipt column and payments column, and take out the balance of petty cash uh, in the end of this period. Therefore, I will draw two lines here. Here also, straight away here also, I will draw double lines, and I will get the total of receipts column. Normally, before finishing this, before finishing this petty cash interest, petty cashier has to make a request. Therefore, I will take the receipts column balance first. Here we know 5,000. 5,000 here. Here also I will write 5,000 because these two columns should agree. 5,000, and I have to get the balance here. It, here I have to calculate balance of this petty cash interest. It comes to 250. This 250 we have right here. Balance carried forward. The date is 20th 21st January. I have taken it as 21st January. Therefore, we have write here 21st January, balance carried forward. For the debit side, that means for the receipts column, we have to take this balance brought forward. Here, here you have to write balance brought forward, balance brought forward, and take this balance here, write this balance 250 again here. That means balance brought forward to next day. Here 22nd January, 21st January we have balance carried forward. Next day 22nd January we have a balance of same 250. Then as the next step, we have to get the totals of all these expenses column. For this analysis columns, we have to get the totals of expenses. As our last transaction, On 21st January, here the date is 21st January, postal expenses, postal charges 50 rupees. Here we can write postal expenses 50, postal expenses 50 rupees. Here we have separate column called postal expenses. Here we will write 50 rupees again. Now, before finishing of this petty cash imprest, petty cashier has to make a request for main cashier to reimburse these expenses. Imagine today, 21st January, we are going to reimburse this petty cash imprest. For that purpose, we have to get totals of these two sides, that means receipts column and description column. Here I will draw a line. For this expenses columns also, I have draw this line. I will make it as a double line for this analysis columns. Here we have to get the total of expenses 8 4,800. 4,800 here, uh, the total. Then again you have to draw double lines here. Here also double lines. Then you will get the total here as 5,000 in the receipts column. 5,000. Then here also we have to write 5,000. Here also 5,000. Then here you have to get the balance of this column. That means petty cash balance. Here 5,000, here 4,800. It comes to 200. Difference is 200. Therefore 200 is the petty cash balance as at 21st January. You write here 21st January. Balance carried forward. Balance carried forward 200. After this 5,000, we have to write brought forward balance. It is 200. Again, date is 21st January. Balance brought forward. Balance brought forward. Next line you have to write balance brought forward. This means we have 200 balance. 200 balance here. Our petty cash imprest is 5,000. After this request, our expense total is 4,800. We will receive 4,800 from main cashier because we have 200 balance in hand. Altogether, this balance should becomes to 5,000 petty cash imprest value. Therefore, after the request, this petty cashier will receive 4,800 from the main cashier. Imagine today itself, that means 21st January, we received this 4,800. If we receive this 4,800, again in the receipts column we have to record 4,800. After this 200 balance, you have to write 4,800, 4,800, and in the description column, cash, because credit account is cash. Date is 21st January. 21st January is the date. You had write here cash. Based on this example, now you can do activity 5 in your grade 10, lesson number 8 in, in page number 109.